How are we doing there, boys and girls? Good morning, good morning. Hope we're all doing well. Let's get this show on the road. Alrighty. Right, got to, I'm playing catch up this morning. I've literally just about 5 minutes ago finished my inscription overview. So I will, I just need to finish a few bits and pieces regarding that. I should also probably tell the world that we're live, shouldn't I, really? Hang on, let's time for a tweet. Time for a tweet. What day is it? It's Thursday, right? It's Thursday. Thursday. Tweet and Discord bot. I don't like doing it by bots. It's not very personal when you do it by bots. It takes 30 seconds to do it yourself, and you can personalize it. Nobody pays attention to bots. What are we going to do today? Professions. We want to continue with professions. Maybe play around a little bit with skinning. I really want to try the Dracthyr out. I don't actually feel as if I've played the alpha yet, and I've had it nearly a week at this point. So I actually want to take a little bit of time, you know, turn my attention away from the professions. I'm slowly playing catch up with the professions. But I want to turn my profession away a little bit to something that's actually gameplay orientated. I want to try the Dracthyr class out. I want to see if the starting zone is still available for people to play and test, because I think that would be quite fun. Maybe find some Wildercloth. What? Yes. Very interested to find Wildercloth and try and... we might just do a bit of exploring, you know. We need to spend a couple of hours just exploring the zones, gaining our bearings, working out what's where and what we can do and all of this sort of stuff. Let's get this tweet on the go then. What is my... Let's go there. Also need to make a thumbnail. I need to find a good screenshot in the alpha that represents inscription. Visit the zones, explore fishing a bit. Well, yeah, fishing is another profession that we have access to at the moment. So in theory, you're probably not far wrong. Let me get this. I don't really want to use another Spyro emoji. Oh, that'll do. That's pretty... let's let the Discords know. I was really clever with my tweet yesterday. Today's one looks dull. Alright. This is what happens when you don't put much thought into stuff. Alright, okay. Right, we've let the world know. Right, before I dump inscription to go and do something else, anybody got any final questions about inscription? I've got my full overview. Most of you guys, if you were here yesterday, anybody here yesterday, we spent flipping hours pissing about with inscription. So I feel I've broken it down in almost as much detail as I care to give it. There are some things that I really would quite like to test. These flipping fortune cards, I'd like to test these. But I'm going to be honest with you, it takes so goddamn long to make inks without any form of mass mill and without the flipping button working properly that I really cannot be asked to craft up a bunch of inks just purely to test things, which sounds really bad, I know, but did you see that random cards will drop in any content? That makes a lot more sense to me now. Yeah, it does. It does. Having it industrialized by scribes previously was a luxury that was going to disappear at some point, wasn't it? Having them drop out in the world makes a lot more sense. 2x4 farmers are going to make mad bank. It's just another thing on the 2x4 farmers list for the first week of the the expansion, right? You're going to get cloth, you're going to get meat, you're going to get BOEs, and you're going to get Dark Moon cards. That makes a lot more sense. Take the emphasis off the scribes from crafting those things like crazy. It does though mean that they one thing I put in my little video that goes out later today for Inscription is that your ability as a scribe to make the higher quality trinkets, which you're only going to be able to fulfill them through the work order. This whole sigil business is really going to have to be either made much easier to access or considerably more powerful than what it is right now. Because look at the uptake on progenitor enhancements, right? A progenitor enhancement in patch 9.2 was a nice to have but not a necessity item, which was fine because they were cheap to make. You know, it was a couple of hundred gold maybe to make a progenitor enhancement, to put it on a 262 piece of gear, increase the speed or do a little extra damage or extra healing or something. They were nice to haves but not necessary. They've taken the same approach with these sigils. They'll be nice to have, but they won't be necessary. The sigils just change how the deck shuffles. It doesn't give you any more stats. It doesn't make the trinket more potent. It's just a nice to have. The problem is these are too goddamn difficult to get access to. They require scribes to spec into very specifically. You have to pick the right tree. I mean, if you're doing Dark Moon cards, you've picked this tree already. But it's in the opposite direction. You're probably going to want to focus more so on making the cards more efficient than you are going to make these little bonuses. Progenitor enhancements were recipes that you go kill a rare and they were virtually a 100% drop chance of getting the rare. If I have to spend serious points just to unlock the sigils, where is it? Yeah, learn to craft it. So you have to go through here and you have to learn how to craft each one. And then after learning how to craft each one, you can put more points in it to improve your ability at making them. But you're still going to need to put loads of points in here to unlock all of these just to get access to make them. I just really don't feel that people are going to bother. And if they don't bother, there's a huge problem with that it just, writes off half of the system before you even begin. The shuffling does affect stats and they affect potency. No, of course it does. But these don't directly change the numbers. They just change the way it shuffles. It's going to shuffle faster, or it's going to shuffle from greatest to least. Somebody will work out what the best one of these is. Then everybody will want that one specifically, and nobody will want any others. There'll be a cookie cutter approach to this for sure. So yeah, I'm slightly concerned that there's too many hurdles that need to be overcome to even make these sigils. And I should then point out the sigils themselves are not cheap. They are... The cost of making one sigil is 20 artisans metal. I would rather spend 20 artisans metal probably on making 4 Dark Moon booster packs. Dark Moon booster packs take 5 artisans metal. So these are meant to be 4 times more valuable to you than 4 times more valuable than a booster pack of cards. A booster pack can contain 2, sometimes 3 cards. So 4 booster packs could be between 8 and 12 cards. One of these is going to be valued at. Let's say your average card sells for 5,000 gold. That's 40,000 gold worth of cards you can make, or one of these. Would you say that you know, making it so your Dark Moon deck doesn't have even cards is worth roughly 40k? No, not in the slightest. Most people would argue that the trinket in and of itself isn't even worth 40k. So there could be some problems there. This is a balancing thing, though. They could very easily drop this to like 1 artisan's metal, or not even any at all. These are things that need to be thought about in a little bit more detail, because they feel a bit whack at the moment, a little bit off. But anyway, that's kind of a small conclusion to the Dark Moon side of things. So on average, a sigil is going to cost the same as a deck. Yeah, exactly. This is it. It's like, that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it really? But yeah, I don't know how much people are going to want to min-max the trinket in the first place. We'll see. The regular cards, though, being bind on equip, I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see that the regular Dark Moon decks, if you take 8 cards, make the deck, they're still bind on equip. Only the upgraded version, the Dark Moon deck boxes, are the bind on pickup ones, which are more in line with regular endgame crafted stuff. I'm going to keep this scribe active and alive so I can do some testing for a mini little video specifically on these Dark Moon cards, I think, because I'm quite sure when my video goes out talking about inscription, I would imagine the first thing on many people's minds is going to be Dark Moon cards, cash cow, gold making. Please tell. I did touch on the Dark Moon decks a little bit in the video, but there's more to talk about. Right, I need to then take a character and just have a little look about, I think. I'm really keen to just have a little bit of a look about. I also need to be cautious of the some of these characters technically need to be deleted because they will be broken. I'll worry about that later. I want to just go and explore the world a little bit. I've not done much exploration of the zone, and I think that's a good way to let some caffeine kick in. I feel like a fair few of them will make 0 DPS difference on average. So on average, is it? Well, yeah. Well, this is it. Like, they're so much in the category of nice to have, but not essential, that I worry about just whether people will even bother about them. And this is an overall concern about a lot of this crafting. A huge amount of the crafting system so far seems to rely on the thought that people will care about it. What's the solution if it's not balanced correctly and people don't care about it? Then the whole system falls apart very quickly. Oh, you know what I should do? I should send all of these materials and all of these crafted cards over to that other character, shouldn't I? That would be very sensible. That would also prevent me from having to fanny about too much. Technical term there, by the way. What was that other character's name? I'm going to send all of these materials off and out of the way. God damn, I can't remember the character name. Was it Mooplate? No, it was not Spyro. I did it on not Spyro. Let's send everything to not Spyro. Will people buy them for the item level? Well, see, this is the thing. Dark Moon trinkets were, you know, never the best trinkets possible. People bought them because they were a super easy way to get a good quality trinket until they got something better. That was kind of the thing, right? That's kind of the fine line that they need to hit with this whole thing. Because what needs to be remembered is that these markets and these economies are dictated by the desire for the items. If the items are too difficult to make, if the cost to make those items is too high, if the quality of the crafted item is not good enough, if any of these things becomes true, then nobody cares about that thing and it dies before it even gets going. This is something that in the past Blizzard's been relatively good at, but this is because it's a tried and tested system for the last 17 years. They've worked it all out, but they're trying a lot of new stuff. Can't trade that? Oh, those silly things are soulbound. All right. Yeah, they're trying a lot of new stuff in one go, and I wish to hell they get it right.
That's locked.
Right, there we go. Right, let's who stole me pet then? Have I got this character at least somewhat set up so I can run around and do some exploring? You do not have a pet to summon. Alright, let's fix that real quickly then. Cool pet. We'll have who should we have? We'll have a fox. Does the Dark Moon deck trinket have different item levels and qualities? Yes. Oh, the original trinket. The original item level 350 trinket, no. The Dark Moon deck box, yes. Made a fortune on Dark Moon deck cards the last few expansions. A bit sad about the changes, but I'll get over it. There'll still be don't get me wrong, there'll still be money to be made from it. There's no question about that whatsoever. It just won't be an absolute money printer for the first 3 days of the expansion, I doubt. So what I'm really worried about is that Blizzard is again forcing people into the playstyle that they want people to have. We all know that that has never worked out yet, and I feel like this time they're going directly against what people are doing now with the entire work order profession system. I mean, not just Dark Moon decks. Well, see, this is it. They're in efforts to ensure that the work order system is a success on paper, they're going to force every man and their dog to use it. Whether if you know by not allowing any other alternative. They're going to take all of the stuff that normally would be crafted and then put on the auction house. We're going to make all of that bind on pickup. So the only way you can get it is from this system. Like this system or not, this is the way you now get those items. And your choice is either level up that profession to make that item yourself or engage with this work order system. Which I can't deny is risky. Because they've got to get it right. They've got to get it right. And whilst at the moment this system seems in a outrageously prototype level state, it's worrying to me just how not different that this was than this. This looks exactly the same as what we saw on the screenshot when they announced the profession. Which worries me slightly that there's not really much more that they're planning on doing with this. I was really hoping that we would see the crafting order and the work order system when we get access to it on alpha like we have now. And I was really hoping that it wouldn't look like it's come straight off a Photoshop image. But yeah, maybe maybe I'm expecting a little bit more than I should do. It's certainly at this moment in time not intuitive at all. Are you being a woof bag dog, are you? You're woofing at all the painters?
No, just generally.
Just everybody, yeah. The shenanigans about the quality system as well concerns me slightly. That if you send it out publicly, if you give everybody a shot at that work order, then what you get in return could be quality 1, it could be quality 5. There is an upgrade system. The work order system is also going to allow people to upgrade their pieces of gear to higher qualities at a later date, but presumably that's going to come at a cost. So the easiest way to circumvent that cost is to get the quality of the item that you want in the first place. And the only way you can then specify that is through guild only or private crafting orders. I don't know. And the biggest concern for me, I don't want this to sound like I'm ranting, but the biggest concern for me is that this will not get tested. Even on the alpha, even on the beta, it won't thoroughly get tested. Because you can't thoroughly test a system like this without natural occurring, supply and demand, without... You can test the fact that the buttons do what the buttons should do, but you can't test that the system as a whole is functional and will be what players will want from a system like this. I'm hoping some dollar will be made by the private work orders if you can get your name out there. Well, yeah, I'll use and abuse the living Christ out of it, but because I've got a public persona now, I can quite easily, work order, send your work orders to Manthias. I know that I'll be able to use and abuse the system to my favour. Stream of privileges for the win, but for the general player base, you're going to have to really try hard to get your name out there to get personal orders done. I'm not sure who talked about it yesterday, but somebody was I spotted this in the Discord yesterday. The likelihood could be is that it will get to a point where people will start doing silly things. There'll be it'll be people will put public orders and they'll use it like a notice board. Want to buy dragon helm. Want to buy dragon sword, 400 eye level, PST or /W. People will just end up using this as a notice board. Ignore this. 0 tip, 0 boosters will end up having their own channel introduced to. See, this is it, right? It just becomes a second trade. If you list that now, then all of a sudden you've just got a notice board. I don't actually want you to fulfill this order. What I actually want is I want this with these stats on it. Whisper me, and we'll it's I don't know the system. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to bark in trade, chat to advertise quality 5, competing with other goblins and guild boost advertisers. The quality system also is the how do I explain this without it? How do I explain this in a simple fashion? Quality doesn't play as big of a thing as what I think it's assumed it will do. The likelihood of people being able to make quality 5 gear, there will be probably within the first couple of weeks of the expansion going live, everybody that does a little bit of crafting and gets a reasonable way through their profession even without too much knowledge to spend on spec trees, will probably be able to make tier 3 quality stuff, right? You'll be able to make tier 3, maybe tier 4 quality very quickly and easily. The difference will be grinding your way out and doing everything you can to make that tier 5. They've gone with a 5-tier quality system, but the way it appears so far is that the first 3 quality ranks basically don't exist. With very, very, very minimal effort, you'll already out. You know, it's all. I couldn't, if I wanted to, make one of these at quality 1, because by the time you get access to the recipe in the first place, you've got enough crafting skill to boost you past the first couple of ranks anyway. This is, again, like I said, they really have to try and balance this system, otherwise it just doesn't work. At the moment, it's all about, well, are you going to make a quality 4 or are you going to push and make a quality 5? And then it's the difference of 3 item levels. The auction house will be flooded with quality 4s within a matter of days. Or, well, let me put it, the auction house won't be flooded with them because they're bind on pickup. But the point being is that all crafters will very easily be able to get to the point where they can make quality 3 and 4 items. The differentiating factor is going to be those that go the extra mile to make the quality 5 items. But when the difference from a quality 4 to a quality 5 item is 3 item levels, if it's on a piece of gear that's shortly going to be replaced by a better piece of gear that when you actually get into the raid and stuff, it's a real risk. They're putting so much weight on this very rickety camel. Anybody plays that Buckaroo game, right? That some old enough people will play that Buckaroo game where there's the donkey and he's a precarious donkey and everybody has to put something else on the donkey before the donkey kicks and everything flies off. This is what the crafting system feels like right now. The legs of that donkey are shaking and all of these little systems are putting more and more weight on the back of this donkey. And if they don't balance it right, that donkey's going to kick and it's all just going to go to shit. And that's not me being pessimistic. This is the conclusion I come to after probably 20 hours of exploring the alpha so far. They really, really, really have to do a good job of balancing it because there's a lot of moving components. How are you doing, Gumdrops? Welcome in, by the way. Good morning to you, sir. The thing is with quality, though, is that once you're past it, it becomes really pointless. Yeah. Yeah. To me, it makes no sense that an individual recipe's level goes up by increasing your general skill in that profession. Well, your general skill is obviously going to be capped at 100, right? Because for every skill point you get 1. So if I hover over this now, you can see in the parentheses there, I have 61 default skill, which comes from these skill points in the profession. I have 61 default skill points, but I'm gaining 113 skill points in this recipe, presumably from the specialization tree, primarily in this case. So in creating these, and the interesting thing is I'm gaining, this is a weapon, right? This is a 2-handed staff. I'm gaining 113 crafting skill in this without even speccing into the weapons, right? I've not even unlocked the weapons yet. I've not even properly specced into these. I've unlocked it. I've unlocked the recipe, but I can already, practically by default, sure I've put some points into Rune Mastery, but this is more of an optimization thing. This is, I think, the only one that gives me straight up plus crafting. Yet, I still can, with what feels like not much effort at all, bang out quality 4 stuff. And then I'm just, chasing that elusive, I need another 50 points. And then, quality 5, and then I'm done. But how does milling a bunch of herbs increase your inscription level? Increasing your inscription, making you better at making Dark Moon decks. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of get where you're going with it. I would also agree that they should narrow down the effect of crafting skill a lot more. That yes, you are right. Your ability to make a two-handed staff should not reflect on your ability to make a Dark Moon deck. And that's kind of what I was hoping the spec trees would end up being. Okay, you want to make Dark Moon decks? Right. The more points you spend in Dark Moon decks, by default, you should nearly always start... It should be... okay, notepad time. Oh my god, we're onto it already. We're onto it. It should be something along these lines. Your skill is from 1 to 100 crafting skill. So if you are a brand new scribe, you have 1 crafting skill. If you've maxed your scribe, you have 100 crafting skill, right? 1 to 100 skill should be quality 1 to 2. That should be, like, even if you've maxed out your profession, you should at the very best be able to make a quality 2 something. Let's just say there's 5 qualities, right? Even this should only, you know, if you do nothing more than just level your profession, you should at best be able to make a quality 2. At best, because there's 5 ranks, right? Say, but then what you should need to do, spec into Dark Moon cards. You should be able to spec into Dark Moon cards, and from that point, the more points you spend in specking into Dark Moon cards takes you from quality 2 all the way to quality 5, the more points you spend here. But you have to be speccing into Dark Moon cards to do this. So if you choose over the next month to be an absolute Dark Moon card whore, you can put all of your spec points, all of your knowledge into making Dark Moon cards. You'll eventually be able to make, you know, at quality 5. But nothing else you do anywhere else will make any difference. The very best you, before specializing into something, the very best you should be able to do is quality 2, in my opinion. Actually give some weight to this quality system. Make it so that if eventually you can create a quality 5, it's massive, right? It should be huge. Just a pit stop for me, waiting to board a flight. Won't be on a time zone to catch a stream for a while. Gumdrops is off on holidays. Catch you later, my man. Have fun. Enjoy. Other than balancing the materials, what changes would you make? There needs to quality needs to matter more. I don't feel at the moment that quality really matters all that much, but you could also argue that quality quality doesn't matter much now, but quality also doesn't really make a big difference, right? So in that regard, it is kind of balanced the way that it is, but it seems dumb to do it that way. It seems really dumb to me to do it that way. Why implement a system that doesn't really matter and doesn't make a big difference? At that point, why bother? It kind of feels to me like they're taking experience from the conduit system, where when they first initially implemented the conduit system, it was really powerful and gave people like massive benefits to their playstyle and their class. Yet balance became so difficult that they had to nerf all of them into the ground. They had to make the conduits not matter much so that the conduits didn't make a big difference. That was the only way that they could balance it. But regarding professions, there doesn't need to be that leatherworking versus inscription versus blacksmithing. There doesn't need that same element of balance. So quality can matter more. And quality can make a bigger difference. At the moment, when you look at your item level for stuff, when you're making things, a quality 1, which like I mentioned, it's actually harder to make a quality 1 than it is to make a quality 5. But when making a quality 1 compared to a quality 5, there's a 10 item level difference between all 5 of those qualities, meaning each quality difference is the difference of like 2, maybe 3 item levels. It's a bit meh. It's a bit bland. It doesn't really matter. What I feel they should do, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the quality 1 through to 5, have it be squeezed into a single tier. They're trying to squeeze it into a single tier from the word go. Because an average tier is like a 13 item level jump, usually. So this entire thing feels like it might do well for patch 10.0, but come 10.1, we already know that item level 403 is probably not going to be great. They're adding then like the Crafter's Mark system into this as an additional layer as well. But I think they need to make far more of a thing of this quality thing. Make it so that in the first patch, people are unlikely to be able to make more than quality 1, quality 2 items. And make it so that crafters can work towards making better and better and better things. Not over a matter of minutes, but over a much longer duration. I hate to say this, but slowing down the progression of quality will actually make it feel like it's something that's worthwhile. Make these item level barriers different. Make it so that quality 1 to quality 2, there's a 10 item level difference. If there's a 10 item level difference, firstly, people are going to be genuinely interested in getting the higher quality stuff because it's of a significant difference to them. That in turn has a knock-on effect that the crafters are going to want to strive to be able to increase their quality. Meaning they think about it more, they engage with it more, more enjoyment can be extracted from it. At the moment, it seems super fast. You blitz past most of the stuff very, very quickly. Now, I know I have cheat mode enabled on the alpha that I can just get knowledge. When they're drip feeding you 3 to 5 to 10 knowledge points a day, that naturally slows down this side of things. But I don't know, it's really hard to describe, to actually put it in constructive words, but quality runs this problem right now, is the summary, I think. The quality system runs the problem of that it just doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter because it doesn't make a big difference. And if it doesn't matter to crafters, it's not going to matter to people buying it. And if it doesn't matter, then what's the point? It just feels like a cop-out. Hopefully, they're using the alpha to see how the system, to get people to test it, to see how it operates, so that they can then balance it. But I've said this maybe 1,000 times now. They really have to very carefully balance this, otherwise the system falls apart. Big and easy change would be just to unbind on pickup crafts and let people choose how to acquire the items, cheaper and slower on work orders, or expensive but instant on the auction house. Yes. Now you see, this was what we expected it to be. We expected everything to still be bind on equip like it was normally, but the limiting factor for crafters being able to mass produce items was that there was soulbound components going into the crafting. If you put soulbound items into the crafting of it, that leads weight to using the work order system already. The item of gear does not also need to be bind on pickup. The item of gear being bind on pickup is literally Blizzard's way of saying, right, you absolutely have to engage with the work order system or you can't have this piece of gear. And you are right, these don't need to be bind on pickup if the core components that go into crafting them are also bind on pickup. It's either or, it doesn't need to be both. They had it right to begin with. If you're going to use bind on pickup items to craft the thing, then a crafter can't mass produce them, so a crafter can't put 20 of them up on the auction house, but they can craft one maybe, and they can put it on the auction house, and they can charge a premium for it because they've used their own bind on pickup resources to make that thing. Alternatively, if somebody doesn't want to pay that premium and get it instantly, because they have the bind on pickup materials themselves, they can then engage with the work order system, use their components, and then get that same item without paying that premium for that instant gratification from the auction house. You're actually spot on. You're actually 100% spot on. There is no need in any way, shape, or form for all of these items that use bind on pickup components to also be bind on pickup when crafted. Doesn't need to be that way. Completely undermines the use of the regular auction house, and it only serves the purpose to force people into using work orders. And you know what? A system can't fail if you force people to do it, right? Worked for Torghast, hey. Look how Torghast ended up. Hey, we're going to force you to run Torghast at least twice a week if you want to stay on curve, whether you like it or not. That worked fine. That didn't fuck
Hello
anybody
there.
over. How we doing, Jack? Welcome in. Good to see you, my man. The only way I could think of making quality important is to give it a better item level bump at the end. It's just fancy leveling gear at the moment. LFR will end up giving better gear. Well, in theory, 393 item level is meant to be the equivalent of normal raid gear. That's what it's meant to be. It's obviously there's no balancing going on anywhere, but the point is that the very basic versions of these, without any upgrades, is meant to be the equivalent of normal mode raiding gear. You then have the ability to bump its item level through using other things that on this character I don't have unlocked, but you can bump the item level up further when you combine 100 primal chaos. You generate a primal infusion. A primal infusion is the optional reagent that will increase the difficulty of the recipe, but also then a primal infusion is going to be the equivalent of a heroic item level piece of gear. You can see then it goes from 406 to 416 based on its crafting quality. There's then one level above this that's not been implemented on the beta on the alpha so far. There's one level above this which will then be to create the mythic quality equivalent. So yeah, the default stuff that you see here, the 393 stuff is meant to be on par with like normal mode raiding quality gear. And the theory is that you can then look to improve that with the optional crafting reagents. How we doing, Derp? Welcome in. Good morning, my man. Crafter's box of many things in patch 10.1. Oh god, don't get me started. I said we were going to do some exploring though. We've gone off on the deep end on a few bits and pieces. I want to do some exploring. I want to take a little bit of a guided tour I say guided tour, I don't have a guide, but I want to go through a little bit of a tour of Valdrakken. This is going to be our main capital city. And as you can already see, much better than Oribos. Much better than Oribos. Can we take a little, where's the height? Can we get all the way up there somehow? Can we get up the top? I want to have a bird's eye view of this place if I can. Can I cheese myself to a high vantage point? How high can we get? Well, that'll do for now. So, we can see that this is going to be our home. This is going to be home for a while. Now, unfortunately, due to NA server... Hang on. I'm going to fall off if I'm not careful. Due to NA server time... Whoa. What's going on here? Due to NA server times, it's dark right now. So I can't really help that fact. But this is going to be what we're going to call home for a little while. Down here is like the crafting center. You've got your big crafting center going on down here. With the work order dude is here currently. You've got a bank. You've got an auction house kicking about up here as well. They need to make the nights dark in WoW. Yeah, night's not really all that dark, but just crank up the contrast and brightness. But this is going to be what's considered home for a little while. There's bits that sneak around here. I'm still currently stood in the middle of it. But your crafting quarters down here, your bank and your auction house are up here. Yes, an actual auction house, proper auction house. Bank and auction house and innkeeper and stuff around here as well. A lot of the buildings currently are empty. There's still a lot of work to do on the layout and the design of this place. But it's quite nice. It's quite nice, surrounded by these big mountains. This is where home's going to be. How close is the mailbox to the auction house? Getting the important questions in, are we? I don't know. Should we have a look? So, innkeeper over here, mailbox here, cooking trainer, innkeeper, a few dragons knocking about. So mailbox right here. Over this side, is this the bank or is this the auction house? This is the bank by the looks of things. So your bank is over this way. Being run by Number Dormy, the banker. Loads of gold kicking about. There's got to be a good token's worth of gold kicking about just on the floor. These dragons have got bills, look. Bankers. Ha! Even the ducks have got money. Even the ducks are richer than you. The duck's got a top hat and everything. Is it a duck? It looks like some sort of pheasant type duck. Can't really get to him. But yeah, regular bank is here. Loads of money kicking about. You know, it's there's something comforting about walking into a bank and them just having money lying about on the floor. Oh yeah, my money is safe with you. Sure, my money's really safe with you. Just stroll in and how did that dude open? Hello? Bees? Hello? How'd you do that? How'd you open the chest? Ah, skills. Alright. I've not done a single quest in the zone yet, so there's probably stuff to unlock. Hunter pets with top hats need to be a thing. Very lax security. Yeah. Where I said there was an auction house kicking about, didn't I? I can't remember where I said it was. I think the auction house is down this way. What have we got in here? Was it? Oh no, is it here? Mailbox. Auction house. Auction house Is there anything on the auction house? A glyph of stars. Beautiful. Is there any of that? What was that? It's probably not even possible to get it, is it? No, there's nothing on the auction house. But anyway, auction house. Presumably, a work order dude will end up kicking about in here as well. It doesn't seem too crazy to suggest that the auction house is going to be put right next to the work order vendor. Because, you know, they're technically one and the same. But yeah, here's your mailbox. There's about four steps. It's about the same as Orgrimmar. It's about the same as anywhere else, to be honest. But expect Katie stamp whistles kicking about in here. It should be fine. So there's your auction house. Just a small hoppity skip down to here, which then becomes our crafting area. The work order dude is over here right now. We've got some... It's nice to see that they're highlighting, you know, prominent characters to you. So this is like my alchemy trainer, where you can see...
How are you?
We've got daily quests for, you know, craft 30 refreshing healing potions, get yourself a few Dragon Isles knowledge.
See you later.
You got other trainers that once you're skilled enough in the profession will give you daily quests as well. There's an arrow at the bag icon. What does it do? It just hides the bags. Why not expecting Brutos at the mailbox? Is mounts not allowed? Well, yeah, there'll be Brutos at the mailbox for sure. Herbalism trainer. We take a quick hop down here. Down the stairs, we've got some more profession trainers kicking about. Leatherworking supplies, skinning trainer. Doesn't sell anything yet. Enchanting trainer. You've got all the... Oh, I tell you what. Where's the inscription hut? I need a screenshot for a thumbnail. Oh, I'm on the roof. I didn't mean to be on the roof. Oh. This is the scribe area. That's not super inspiring for thumbnail purposes, is it? Maybe we can do something about it. Probably shouldn't have done this on a short-ass goblin, should I really? Doing it on a short-ass goblin was probably not sensible. Where's me yak? Give me some vantage point. God, I wish for the day that they have like just a proper camera, not the stupid Twitter camera thing, selfie camera. Do we even have? Did they give us a mount that is worthwhile sitting on? No, I was hoping they gave us a yak. There's no flipping yak. Okay. Right, well. Hop on the long boy. Even if I had the long boy, I wouldn't be able to on alpha, unfortunately, because you can't copy over live stuff. Let's get... Right. Oh, I want the back... I prefer the backdrop to not be dark. Oh well, maybe we can Photoshop it to not look quite so dark. Maybe we get that tree in there. That'll do. That's an inscription one. Print screen, go. Right. Photoshop. Live action thumbnail creation. Oh, now you can see my entire desktop. Let's get rid of that real quickly before I dox myself or anybody else. Ah, no, stop. That one. I'm not being anywhere near as creative as I want to be with my thumbnails at the moment, but then we change this to the word inscription. Boom. Thumbnail. I'm not messing about at the moment. I really should do. Okay, hang on. This is stuff that may not. Yeah, cheeky little bit behind the scenes, just real quick. Wait a minute, what's that half-naked Instagram girl in the corner?
Hello there.
If only. Right, there we go. Let me quickly attach that to today's video. Thumbnails, upload thumbnail. That one, go. Magic, and that's how the YouTube action works. Right, that video will go live later. Right, let's do some more exploring then. Got a little fishing spot down here. We got a duck with a helmet on. A duck with a helmet on. No, it's not a helmet. It's one of those. It's one of those. It's one of those winged hat things. But he's chilling there. Look, he's happy. Quack. Fishing supplies.
Is there something you desire?
Oh, mallard baby duck. Oh, we can buy the companion. What do we need? Braised buffalon brisket, riverside picnic, fated fortune cookie. This is all cooking components. It's all cooking components. Stream keeps buffering for me. Anybody else with that issue? Is it just me? People were saying that yesterday. My OBS keeps complaining that my encoder is overloading. It's only started happening ever since I've been streaming the alpha, which makes me think there's something about the graphics settings in this game that is absolutely hammering my graphics card to hell. I don't know what it is though. VSync's enabled. I've got AA off. I've dropped the quality a touch. Target FPS is only 60. Sounds like you need to start that new PC fund. You're not far wrong, I do. I don't know if any of these are going to make a significant difference. I've got ray tracing switched off. Is it less stress with VSync off? I can't imagine it would be. I mean, I can disable VSync just to see. But there's these are what I would consider remarkably modest settings based on my graphics card. So, and it's not like WoW is super graphically super fidelity to it. So I don't know, unfortunately. I might need to have a tweak around and a bit of play with my OBS settings, but It only seems to happen when I'm streaming alpha. It doesn't seem to happen when I'm streaming any other game, so that's why I don't really feel that it's encoder over. Hang on, can I get like some info going on this? I don't know. I'm not dropping frames. I'm maintaining 60 FPS. OBS has got priority, so it should do its thing first. I don't really know. Is the honest answer. I don't really know. Anyway, fishing trainer down here.
Who is this that speaks?
Should we play with our rod a bit?
Good hunting.
Should we toss a few casts and see what happens? Fishing skills. Ah, no spec trees for fishing. Boo. Let's see if they've reinvented the wheel with fishing. World first fishing, by the way. A lane snapper. That's not even a new fish, right? Should we play with our rod a bit? That can be misinterpreted, but okay. By design. So even now, OBS is complaining that the encoder's being overloaded. I have no idea how to fix this. Only fans incoming. A sentry fish? What's a sentry fish? Disassemble the fish into spare parts. This will consume the fish in the process. What? We disassembled the fish into spare parts. Mechagon tinkering. You're what now? Why are we getting Mechagon fish? What's with the Mechagon fish all of a sudden? Let's try again. We are gaining skill points, by the way. We are upping our skills with Dragonflight fishing. Crumbling chain belt. Hey, 2 gold 50. Printing money. Another sentry fish. Okay. They knew nobody was going to try fishing, so they just reused old ones. Yeah, exactly. More sentry fish. Why are we in Mechagon? What are we doing in Mechagon? 2 gold 50, that covers the tip on a work order. It does. Hey, we can exchange that for a normal mode piece of gear. Rapid deflation incoming. A midnight salmon and a frenzied fangtooth. What is going on? What is going on? Teleport to the nearest fishing node in Coltiris or Zandalar. Okay, sure. Alright then, well, fishing scuffed. Welcome to Alpha. Where's me pet? There's an annoying thing for hunters that when you go into dragon riding and then you come out of dragon riding, your pet doesn't respawn again, which is hella annoying. Right, we should probably... where's the flight point here? I think it's here. I think it's up there. We should probably play around in the zone a little bit. We can get fishing off our bars. That can go away now. Let's go and investigate a bit. Can you already move the buffs and the minimap, or have they not put that in? They did do some stuff with editing stuff, but apparently no, this stuff is still secured in its place. Target and focus is a thing. Stance bars are a thing. Pet action bars are a thing. Possess action bar is a thing, but that's it. There's not really a lot you can change with the UI just yet, unfortunately. Still work in progress. Not a lot to report on there. Right, let's head back to the start of the zone, because I kind of cheesed my way to there. Oh. Oh, actually, my first quest was to go there anyway. Oh, okay. Alright, hang on. Let me let my dog out. She's not best pleased being in here. Right, we started the zone. We came in from up this way. Was where we started, so let's see if we can find any quests to do en route. Innkeeper. Tea Master? Where's the Coffee Master? The tea house is meant to be a place of rest and companionship for those journeying to Valdrakken. Now it's a triage camp, and for some a grave. How could this have happened? Alright, that's because you're drinking tea. Drinking tea, lad. There's your problem. Get that coffee on the go. Oh, Quartermaster. I like looking at Quartermasters. They have stuff. Wow, that's not a very interesting Quartermaster, is it? I was hoping he would sell something more interesting than that. Okay. Well, safe to say he's a copy-paste template vendor for now. Alright. Should we take a you know what we should do? We should have picked up skinning, you know. We should have picked up skinning. Wait, the British have something against tea? This Brit does. I think people that drink tea are mad. Okay, we can't easily get down that way. What's down this end of the woods? Whee! Oh, I was hoping to land on that, and it's not actually a thing. Alright, sure. Who are you? Ah, you look like you should be some shrine to a dragon. There's a chest. What's the chest on the floor for? Can we interact with the chest? Oh, it's not actually a chest. Oh, I thought we'd found some treasure, boys and girls. It's just a noose for when you've had enough of this game. Ooh, a cave. A secret cave. My stream is really bouncing around, isn't it? I apologise, boys and girls. I can even see it on my little preview that something's not quite happy. I will try and work out how to fix it, but let me quickly change. I don't know if changing this on the fly is sensible. Max performance. See if that changes anything. Encoder overloaded. I don't know why it keeps claiming my encoder's overloaded. It's really not. It really shouldn't be. What's the easiest way, smart people in chat, what's the easiest way to track just how pumped my graphics card is at right now. Dedicated GPU memory, 6.5 out of 8 gig has been used. WoW's using nearly 7 gig of GPU memory. Well, that could have something to do with it. It's a 3060 Ti. Nearly 7 gig is being used. That's not... That's probably got something to do with it. Oh, but MSI, Asus, Gigabyte, I think. I don't know. Where's the box? Hang on. Please hold. No, Asus. We have one of these. We have one of these. Diddle-a-da. But yeah, apparently WoW is churning through nearly 7 gig of memory. So that's probably why our stream is struggling, because the NVENC encoder is having to be used for other stuff, which is probably why the stream's lagging. Okay. That's going to be an alpha problem, unfortunately. That's going to be a driver-related issue that I don't think there's anything I could do. Afterburner's a solid option. MSI Afterburner. Is that a thing? Do I have that? MSI Afterburner. Is this going to display shit that I don't want it to be put on screen? Yeah, sure. Give me an update. Cookies, yeah. Afterburner, go. Do a thing. Do a thing. Now do another thing. Should we buy WinRAR? Oh, we need to buy WinRAR, boys and girls. My trial period has ended. I need to buy WinRAR. Has anybody got a discount code for WinRAR? I'm memeing. We ain't never buying WinRAR. Yep. All of that. Yep. I have all of that. Yep, great. Stats server? Whatever. Yep, great. Excellent. Go. Thank you. Yep, great. Afterburner install failed. Hello? Show deets. It failed. What are the details? It failed. Fucking genius. Try again. Press all the buttons really quickly. Ah, there we go. Wonderful. Just use 7-zip instead of WinRAR next time. It's fine, don't worry. Now what am I installing? I don't know. Go. This is how you get viruses, boys and girls. Read these things. You can use code Shadowlands for 50% off. Oh, Lord. I wonder where you got that from. Right, Afterburner, go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what the problem is. You're all smart. Tell me what the problem is. We'll run about this cave a bit, and then we'll see what the problem is. Best thing to check in game at the moment is going to be the texture quality and resolution. Right, let's get out of this flipping cave because there's nothing in it. Oh, I'm very certain it's just an alpha thing. But if I can, you know, for the foreseeable future, we're going to be streaming the alpha. So the last thing I want is it to have a choppy, buggy stream. Right, temps seem fine. 60, 70 degrees on the graphics card. No problems there whatsoever. It's doing things. There's lots of buttons here, none of which I know which one to press. Perform automated graphics card overclocking and stability testing by means of NVIDIA OC scanner technology. Let's fly about a bit and see what the graphics card does in the background. Whee! It looked like PowerPoint when you took off. See, for me, everything's pretty smooth. What I see is pretty smooth. I mean, it's not great, I'll give you that, but it's pretty smooth. It's definitely not the frame rate that I would like to see. Now what's Afterburner saying? Okay, we're peaking, you know, our graphics card is peaking at like 80 odd degrees pretty quickly. Is it going to be a heat problem? I don't know. I'll probably test this later. I don't know. I was hoping there'd be just a magic button. Press a magic button and it does stuff. I'm usually pretty good at this sort of stuff, but only when I've got time to actually read it and work out what the hell's going on. 80's high? I don't think 80's high for a graphics card, is it really? Nowadays? What's the VRAM usage at the moment? If it's high, check texture settings and resolutions. And the problem is I'm chilling here, idling 40 FPS. 35, 40 FPS. I think the game's just cooked. I think Alpha's just completely cooked. Maybe we'll have to just spend many, many hours sat at profession trainers instead. Yeah, these FPS numbers are bouncing around like a crazy person. How are the professions so far? Professions are looking alright. The fundamentals of the professions haven't really changed all that much. The fundamentals are there kind of the same way that they have been for a long time. The quality system needs fine-tuning. The work order system is looking very rudimentary. They seem to be going along the lines of forcing everybody to use this work order system whether they like it or not, which I can't necessarily say is an approach I agree with, because that's never really worked great for them in the past. But there's a lot more to the professions, which is wonderful from a gameplay perspective. Wonderful that there's, you know, many more items to craft. More items to be dealing with is always better for crafting professions, right? It gives flexibility to allow some stuff to be good, some stuff to not be so good. And, you know, we work out what sells well and what doesn't. For testing purposes, what happens when I just crank it to 0? Potato PC enabled. What happens when we enable Potato PC? Can we maintain a solid 60 with Potato PC settings? If we're not able to maintain 60 with Potato PC settings, it's clearly a driver issue. Because my computer should have no problem maintaining 60 FPS on 0 settings. How's it looking on stream? Is it any smoother on stream? Have we had any shenanigans going on there? The work order system, is it applied to the old world or is it just Dragonflight? Their goal is only to have it function for Dragonflight. Initially. Whether they expand it to other stuff in the future, we'll have to see, but it's still bumpy. I am quite sure it's a driver issue then. Quite frankly, that's a skill issue. That's a big ass bug. That's a mosquito if I've ever seen one. Is this another fishing dude? He's a Tuskar fella.
Your company is welcome.
The zone feels as what I expected to be the end game zone. This actually feels very... There's not a lot here, is there, right now? Have you downloaded some more RAM? You're right, I probably should download some more RAM. That would probably fix a lot of my problems. Boom, headshot. I can see the game now lagging instead of the stream. Stream's lagged again. Yeah, something's not entirely OBS is complaining that my encoder's being overloaded again, which only goes to emphasize to me that this game is, for some reason, absolutely hogging resources. I don't know why. Because it shouldn't be. You're not skinning. You're right. I probably should be testing skinning. I haven't spec'd into skinning. All that said, though, I've spent 20 hours plus pissing about with professions recently. I actually want to test these evokers out. Everybody's been playing with the evokers, and I haven't because I've been looking at professions. So I'm going to be a touch selfish for a little while and play just what I want to play. How do I get to somewhere? How do I get back up to like the inn or something? Can we just instant log out here? Oh, we can. Alright. Alphas are usually not very well optimized. Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Right, I made myself a Evoker, a Drakthyr Evoker yesterday. It's a good website to download some RAM. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm hoping the Evoker Drakthyr starting area is still available on the alpha, because I want to have a little bit of a look and play through this. Before I dive into it, though, I'm out of coffee, so I'm going to go grab myself a drink real quickly. Entertain yourselves for 2 minutes, boys and girls. Maybe tickle that sub button, see what happens. I hear good things. I'll be back in 2. Alrighty. So, the adventures of Linny Skizzard are about to begin. I'm hoping this works on the alpha. I spent absolutely zero time customizing my appearance because I could not give a damn about that sort of stuff. So let's go. Please work, please work, please work, please work. Put a lot of faith in this working. Hey, here we go. Awaken Drakthir. Only flashes of memory remain as you shake off what feels like endless sleep. The Drakthir before you is unresponsive, frozen in place by some unknown magic. You sense that within you lies the power to break your ally free. There may be others within the Kresh who are suspended in this status. It's your duty to awaken them. Awaken the other Drakthir. You will learn the following: disintegrate. So, what do we have? What do we have to play with so far? I guess it's drip-fed abilities, kind of like how they've done classes previously. We have Azure Strike, which is a blue spell. For reference, I have deliberately paid very little interest in the Drakthirs so far because I wanted to take a little bit of a look at it firsthand. Red ability, Living Flame. Send a flickering flame towards the target, dealing a bunch of damage or healing an ally. Okay. Wing Buffet. Powerful flap of the wings, knock enemies away. Lash out with your tail, knocking enemies into the air. Okay, cool. Get disintegrated. Glide, motherfucker, glide. I hate being so zoomed in. Hang on, there's another one over here, look. There's another one chilling in here. How do we, can we sneaky in here? Oh no, you dead. You dead! Oh dear. I've already failed at rescuing people. Do we get you via this way? No, you're just dead. Oh well. You live and you learn. Well, I guess your time here is done. Stunned? That's not fair. Alright. Well, I found that dude, but then he died. I'm confused what it expects me to do. You're dead, fella. Like, I can't get to you. Oh. Oh. Skeleton on the bed. Okay, fine. These bones are brittle from long time of decay. Have they been here for decades, centuries? Impossible to know. Faint hint lingers of the arcane magic that held in status. You feel a pang of loss. He was your friend. Okay, well, friend no more. Kind of got that Demon Hunter vibes, you know. I want to be hopping everywhere. But I kind of want to zoom, and I can't. We need to fix these bars. Hang on. Why can't I see the other bars? Options. Interface, maybe? Action bar 2, action bar 3. There we go. I like to see my buttons, even if there's nothing there. I like to see my buttons. Acquire weapons, armors, and supplies. Defeat 6 guardians and constructs. And then we'll be on our way, I guess. Disintegrate. Channeled essence. Tear through an enemy with a blast of blue magic, inflicting spell frost damage over a few seconds and slowing their movement speed. That feels like it needs to go over here. This knockback ability needs to go there. Lash out with a tail, knocking enemies within 6 yards into the air. Hang on, dog aggro. Please hold. Alrighty, sorry about that. My dog is being a terrorist. And I don't particularly know why. Where are these little power-up things coming from? Requires 3 essence to do a disintegrate. Okay. They seem to just naturally be coming back to life. Crystal key. Yoink. Does that open this? Apparently not. Ah! I can apparently still glide with this on. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing with this. Carrying a crystal lock. Doesn't seem to do anything. Oh. Well, we've got some rations then. Can I still attack with this thing? Oh, I can. Oh, now I've dropped it. Now I've lost it again. Okay. Oh. I probably did need that to open the door, didn't I? Alright. This is why we have Zygor. Zygor tells us where we're going. Use living flame to heal yourself? I think I just did. Oh, can we self-cast it? Oh. Oh, I see. Did I not read that right? Oh, damage to an enemy or healing an ally. Oh, okay. Stack of weapons. I tell you what, I absolutely cannot live with the graphics being this bad. If we're standing in front of the auction house, then fair. But otherwise... Actually, looking at it, the graphics aren't amazing even when I up the quality. Oops, alright. Right, let's go turn these in. Can I change where my bar is? That no? It's not my. It's not my stance bar. It's not the target and focus. It's not that one. Oh, that's annoying. The. Huh. Okay. Maybe we're just gonna have to move these down a touch for now. I prefer to have my buttons a little bit more front and center, but with this not being able to be moved, maybe we're going to have to put it all down a touch for now. Alright. Weapons, war scales, rations, check, check, and check. Have a bunch of gear. Oh, that's what that big key thing did. I know I had to carry it for some reason. Is anybody else surprised with the lack of voice acting? I'm not. Okay. You expect me to go down there now? Have to heal these fellas up, is that what we're doing? The animations of the actual Drakthir appear alright though. Some people have said that they look and feel a little bit. I mean, it's not a it's not what I would call a dragon swagger. But at least the animations for the abilities seem reasonably smooth. I'm going to get absolutely slapped here. I can't heal myself fast enough. Go away. Okay. Okay. I don't think I was meant to die, but sure. Can we glide whilst dead? Oh, we can glide whilst dead. I think the stealthier approach is maybe necessary. I don't know, it feels like I need a dot. It feels like one of these should do a damage over time effect, but it doesn't. Wow, I'm trying to heal myself, but my heal is pathetic. If this class wants to be a healer long term, this is... Jesus. Right, heal you up then. Am I missing a, like, I know this is training mode and all, but it still feels like I'm missing something. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we've got to heal you up. Can we heal you from a distance? There we go. Presumably we need to fight our way through. Tell you what this feels like. This feels a lot like a mage, you know, in terms of the fact that I have to, after killing one thing, have to sit down and flip in regen all my health. That really put me off the mage playstyle. Leveling mages are so painful because of that. I don't know if that's like, you know, an old school way of looking at playing a mage, but... remember to heal myself up. Epic upgrade. Stream of privileges. Go on then. Yoink, we'll take that. Reach the exit door? What's stopping me from reaching? Oh, the falling boulders from the roof, I guess. Don't get hit by a rock. Oh, big dragon. Oh, we got to slay him. We got to get him. Get on it. Now, odds on interrupt not working. Yeah, thought as much. Alrighty. Is Drac there in advanced class? Advanced for Manthius. The fire within. You're an Evoker, Linny Skizzard. The best of the best. An elite soldier who has mastered the skill of it. Why are they painting me out to be the champion already? I don't want to be the champion. I don't want to be I don't want to be the elite soldier. I don't want to be the best of the best. I want to just be, you know, a regular dragon that pew-pews shit. I expect a lot from you. Expectations are too high, my friend. Way too high. Learn fire breath and practice empowered attacks. Cast Empower 1 Fire Breath, Cast an Empowered 2 Fire Breath, Cast an Empowered 3 Fire Breath. Use infusers to reset Fire Breath cooldown, optional. Oh. Where are the infusers? Okay. If you're an elite class and the best of the best, why are those plebs teaching you skills? That's a good point. You just lied straight to my face. Straight to my face. Okay, press and hold. Boom. The whole press and hold on the ability thing is going to get some getting used to, I tell you. My this is why I've attached this to a mouse button, I think. I'm going to cuz pressing and holding buttons on my keyboard feels odd. Yeah, on a mouse, on a mouse button, I think I could live with that. I think we can live with that. Why didn't it do it? What's an empowered 2 one then? Well, if I'm the best of the best, why are these fucking beetles doing so much damage to me? Oh, these things reset the cooldown, okay. How do we do, is that the middle one then? We stop on the middle one? Okay. So the longer we hold it for, the more damage it does, pretty much, right? They said best of best, not tankiest of tankiest. That's true. So, tooltip. Inhale, stoking your inner flame. Release it to exhale. Burning enemies in a cone in front of you for a bunch of damage. Deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets. Holding it down for 1 is 700 damage over 4 seconds. Holding it down for 2 is 1300 damage over 8 seconds. 3 is 2000 damage over 12 seconds. Alright. Why would you ever not hold it down for the full duration? I suppose if you don't need to. Does it have a different cooldown? No, it's still a 30-second cooldown. Okay. Right, so now I have Fire Breath. I can use that. It's kind of, the animation to begin with looks cool. This bit's cool. It's not very dragony. I can't be the only one that thinks this isn't very dragony, right? It's kind of like it's like a big build-up. It's like when you expect a big firework to go off, and it doesn't. It's just a poof. A puff of smoke. It doesn't even look like fire. You know, if it's fire breath, make it like proper It's just like a red cloud of smoke. Look, you fully hold it. You expect some monstrous ability. And then it's just a red cloud of smoke. That's not fire. This is fire. Why is it a red cloud of smoke? My Little Pony version of smoke. Yes. I'm probably just, you know, picking faults at it. But it's red smoke. It's not fire. Right, beacon investigating. Let's have a look then. Are your graphics up high enough? My graphics are on 8. 8 out of 10. It should be plenty, right? Furries do be running WoW now, not even a joke either. A few of the devs have furries in their Twitter bios. Hey, each to their own. Anybody can have their own hobbies outside of, you know. My graphics card just going mental in the background. In the options, you can tap cast, so you don't have to keep the button pressed. Oh, press it once to start, press it twice, second time to stop it. I think that probably feels even weirder for me. If I keep it on a mouse button, I can hold it and then let it go without it affecting any of my mobility and any of my ability to press other stuff. So yeah. Tap to cast, tap to end cast would probably be sensible if it was keybind on my keyboard, but if I keep it on my mouse, I think it's fine. See, that was a fire breath. That was much better. What did he do? Saw. Practice casting saw. Let's begin your flight training with coasting. When you begin to soar, simply move forward as if you were gliding. The difference is that you pick up speed as you travel in the same direction. Try coasting through these rings I conjured. It may take a few tries to get used to. Alright, where did the soar button go? 5. Oh, hello. Why are we just falling? Why did we just fall? Oh, now we're off. Sure. What did we do differently the second time? Okay. Diving is next. As you soar, tip your nose down, you'll pick up speed. Yeah, sure. Whoa. Jesus. I missed one. I didn't piss about, did it? Gee whiz. Waiting to make gold from glyphs on real fire? Maybe. Apart from glyphs aren't a thing. I don't even go high enough to hit the first ring. Stupid game. Don't even go high enough to get to that one. Alright, fine. Now it works. Either I'm being dumb or this is a bit clunky. What kind of cooldown? A 5-minute cooldown on this. Ouch. Okay. Well, we're not going to use that all that too often then. Why would we choose... Oh, okay. Well, if we get dragon riding any... Okay. I guess it's kind of cool then, I guess. I don't know if I'm just being too critical at the moment, you know. I think I probably am. Meet somebody all the way over there. Well, I mean, if now's not a time to soar over there, then I don't know when is. It's in one of those oops, I fell off the ledge territories. I suppose, yeah. Oops, I fell off a ledge. Now let's press a button. Oh, what? Where are you going now? Oh, now I have to get all the way over there. There's treasures and stuff kicking about over here, though. There's a treasure, there's a rare. There's things I reckon we should be exploring, you know. What? Why didn't it? What? Oh, well, bang goes my 5-minute cooldown. Great, thanks for that. Stupid tree. Who put a tree in the way? Oh, Lord. That's gonna... That's going to be the most annoying thing. That you could smack into a tree without trying, and then, oh, look, 5-minute cooldown. Great. Love it. Okay. Alright, then. Guess we'll mosey on over here like a pleb, then. There was me trying to go do some exploring. It's 2 times faster than flying in the old world. Handy to get short distances quickly. That probably not wrong about. Oh, it knocked them back in all different directions. Okay. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot to hold the button on that one. Also, kind of feels a bit... I mean, it might just be the fact that I haven't checked. But it also feels... Yeah. It feels kind of odd just running around this at level 58 without being able to mount up on something. I know it's a starting zone and all, but if you're going to start me at 58, at least give me the rest of the tools in my toolkit that I'd usually have. Right, okay. Did we gain a piece of gear? No. Snooze you lose, fella. Keep up. Did I die? Did I die? What happened? I thought I got there in time. Oh, maybe I did. What's this? Return. Bring a dead party member back to life. Res. Res is Shift F. Slay a few people. Equip a piece of gear. Do you think it's going to make much of a difference, this being on a 5-minute cooldown, though, when you're out in the real world and you've got dragon riding? Does it just feel a bit gross now because you want to be pressing the button, but you haven't really got any other options? Maybe that's a thing. Three-minute cooldown in open world is nothing. 3-minute cooldown, sure, but 5 minutes feels a bit. 5 minutes is a long time. 5 minutes is a long time. Oh, I've scuffed it here, haven't I? I've way overpulled. I've scuffed it here. Linny Skizzard's dead again. That's what Manthi says to the wife. Yeah, 5 minutes. That's a proper shift. That's a long ass shift. 5 minutes is a long ass time when you're not doing any of the work. Right, should we maybe pull a few less things, maybe? Do you know how much I sacrificed? Put my back out for those 5 minutes. Show some respect. Auto loot. That's what I'm missing. That's what I'm really missing. Where's auto loot gone? They keep moving the damn thing. Controls. General. Is it in keybind? Keybinds, of course. There we go. There we go. Auto loot makes everything feel so much smoother. Right. How do we get... Oh, Silithids slain. Who are they? Where are they? There's one. Oi, come here, you. Get wrecked. Oh no, I pulled the other fella. Unintended. Auto loot still doesn't work. Great. Just what we want to see. If your target dies once casting Living Flame, it should auto self-cast, I think. That would feel nicer. Because a cast failed then, because the target already died, and it just did nothing. Ooh, another quest. Let's go speak to you while we find one more of these fellas. Oh, okay. I didn't realise I'd pulled the entire world. Hang on, please hold. What to do when you pull way too much? Pull more and run away. Okay, dead again. Dead again, like a pro. Like an absolute pro. How many times can Manthias die in the starting zone for Drakthir? Is that 3? Oh dear. Oh dear. That looks far too phallic for my liking. Oh dear. Right, we need to... Whoa, easy now. Back it up, you. Back it up. Both wing buffet and tail swipe feel like literally the same. Lash out with your tail, knocking enemies within 6 yards into the air. A powerful flap of your wings knocks away enemies in front of you. Why do we have two racials that are basically the exact same thing? Is that all Drakthir's level 60 plus have? 9 skills. Well, at the moment we're still working. This is the starting zone, starting area for them. So there's likely we haven't got our specializations yet. We're still, until we hit level 60, we don't get all our basic skills. I'm assuming at 60 we then learn our spec trees maybe. We do not have anywhere near our full toolkit just yet, I don't think. Oh, what did I say I would do with this thing? What did I say I'd do to this fella? I feel we need to go into this cave, right? Yeah, we're still only 59. We're still playing through. We're still learning some stuff. We're on introductory mode. Are you a rare? Oh, a rare. Do we think we got the cojones to kill a rare? God, we got mad skills, right? Surely we can kill this dude. Surely we can kill this dude. Oh, you made me interrupt my cast, you goddamn son of a... Oh no! That's really not what we meant to do. Right, now double quick time. Gotcha. Gotcha! Maybe some self heals here, just a touch. Can't kill the rare and then die to some scumbag random mass mob, right? That's just not cricket. Ooh! Neck piece. Yoink. Totally worth. Hang on, let's heal up here. Real quick. It's a snake. Badges, 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 badges. Mushroom, mushroom. What's the level of the starting gear for this? I think 131 or something. 132. Really low ass gear for a level 59 character. There you are. Let's go. Escape! Even heirlooms are higher level at 59. Well, half the point of this whole zone, though, is it's upgrading you very quickly to like 180-ish. So, it's trying to, you know, make the upgrades that you get here feel meaningful by having you arguably underpowered to begin with. You'll probably finish the zone about 180, I reckon, at level 60. Which is actually, you know, I know most of us in retail are running around with like 200 plus, 300 plus item level at the moment. Let's not forget that 300 item level will probably do you until you're about level 68. It won't be until you ding 70 that you'll probably start replacing mythic Shadowlands gear, so you'll bear that in mind. Now, if you come into the expansion geared to the teeth, you are quite literally geared to the teeth. I tend to feel that the goal is usually that if you are like fully BIS geared from the expansion previous, by the time you hit the next level cap, you should have started to change that gear. But the leveling process is basically easy mode if you are BIS geared in Shadowlands. See, having Saw on a 5-minute cooldown, I've already noticed myself doing this, is like, I really should have just pressed the button then, to make this travel less gross. That goddamn dog. Hang on, please hold. Okay, let's try again. Goddamn dog. Now I really would have had time to press the Saw button in between. How do we get up here? Mercy first. The toxicity in the creche nearly claimed all of us. Whilst the antidote is being prepared, I need you to seek out the wounded and heal them. Even the blue drachnid. The healing wings do not stand idly whilst others suffer. Heal injured Drakthir. You'll learn Emerald Blossom. Grow a bulb from the Emerald Dream at an ally's location. After 2 seconds, heal up to 3 allies. After 2 seconds... You wait, you're going to drop this and people are going to run out of it. That's going to be funny. Out of range? Oh, you have to cast it on somebody. Boom. Be healed. Be healed. Oh, cool down. Great. I mean, that's a big radius, though. Cast that on somebody. You're going to catch a few people, I guess. It's quite cool. Oh, this resets the cooldown. Alright, fine. I really want to. What's the ability that Demon Hunter's? Is it Fell Rush? I really want to scroll my mouse wheel forward and do a Fell Rush forward every time I glide, because the glide mechanic's the same. Desperate to Fell Rush forward. I tell you what, these abilities don't lend naturally to my normal keybinds for stuff. Does this do any damage at all, or is this purely a heal? Just purely a heal. It means I'm not gonna, unless I play healer spec, I'm very unlikely to press that button all too frequently. Oh, if you move whilst casting that, it doesn't cast it. Okay, sure. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I was wife aggro distracted me. I was standing in the poison, wasn't I? I was not meant to be standing in that. Oops. Have you tried casting spells whilst gliding? I think that's a thing. Makes you very mobile and can make you dodge stuff. I hadn't actually. Okay, I'm stunned again. Did I succumb to the toxins? Hang on, what's going on with this flipping quest? I should have read the quest text. Recover the items and the survivors from the blah blah blah. The antidote is ready. Use it to search for support crash for survivors. Work quickly. The effect will not last long, so you'll have to reapply it. Oh, okay. I meant to be pressing this button, aren't I? Consume or reduce toxicity by a large amount. 5-second cooldown. Oh, now a toxicity bar shows up right in the middle as well. I really do hope that we can move all of these elements quite quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to have to revert to using just the default UI until we can actually adjust most stuff. Because things always get in the way. Oh, what? Oh, I need to find something to put on that. Wow, that doesn't really fix my toxin problem much at all. What else are we doing here? Clues discovered. This toxin business is just annoying. All I'm doing is having to flip in spin plates. Sounds like you're playing a COVID character. You're right, it does. Should have taken your vaccination, you stupid lizard. Or is that too political for this stream? It probably is, isn't it? Come on, out of here. Let's go. Back to safety. My poor lungs. My poor dragon lungs. It's not like they used to breathe in fire or nothing. There we go. Woo! We survived. By the skin of our hide. Charging up a spell doesn't cause aggro, so if you pull with a full charged up spell, you can front load a lot of the damage. Launch yourself and gain 30% increased movement speed for 6 seconds. Allows Evoker spells to be cast whilst moving. Oh, okay. That's why it didn't work a minute ago then, because I didn't actually have the ability. You need to learn Hover to be able to do that, apparently. Allows Evoker spells to be cast whilst moving. Does not affect empowered spells. I mean, there can't possibly be a better time for sword than now, right? There's a treasure up here somewhere. I need to investigate. Where are you? Where are you? Bag of enchanted wind? Okay. What's in me bag of enchanted wind? Where did it go? You create emptied satchel. Oh. Well, that was anticlimactic. We got an emptied satchel that we can sell for 5 silver. Okay. Totally not worth, sure. Right, well, there's my somewhat similar sort of fart in a bag. Yeah, basically. Don't you have a regular mount? Not yet. Still in starting zone territory. Right. Pair of boots. Storm Sunder Crater. Enemy forces calling themselves the Primalists have invaded the Storm Sunder Crater, pinning the Eben scale down at the siege crash. These intruders are summoning violent elementals, blah 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 blah. Meet some dude. You'll learn deep breath. Okay. We're going over this way then, are we? How do we get over there? We do dragon things. We fly. Right, what's this deep breath business then? Take in a deep breath and fly to the targeted location, spewing molten cinders, dealing 4,000 volcanic damage to enemies in your path. You are immune to movement impairing and loss of control effects whilst flying. Okay. See, I've got abilities that don't play nice with my keybinds. That feels like a one of them sort of buttons. What are the odds I need to... Oh, cool, okay. Press the button, go there. Oh, this is our hoppity... Now, see, that's more fiery. I'll give them credit, that was more fiery. What's 2-minute cooldown on that one? You see, that was more fiery. We can live with that. I'll tell you what, this definitely feels like a class that could be fun to try and master, though. If you get good at this class, you're going to do some magical... from a PvP perspective, you're just going to run loops around people. If you get good at this class, that's for sure. Whoa! Who's cooked me? Boom! That's actually remarkably fun. Okay, we like that one. There's a button I will look forward to pressing every 2 minutes. Okay, it's starting to come together a little bit now. Now we have a few more abilities we can press. We can line this up. What are we meant to find over here? I've missed something. What have I missed? Conjured rituals disrupted. How's this not disrupted? Surely I've disrupted this. Oh, snap. Dragon! Will you piss off? What? Oh, I can't get used to this holding malarkey. Okay. I'm starting to take a little bit more of a liking to this now. Now we've got a few more tools to play with. A few more buttons that feel quite nice to play with as well. Like this is just ridiculous. That's a fun button. We like that one. I don't think there's going to be a time where pressing that button's not fun. Oh, no, hang on. Can't fit through there. Okay, there's something to disrupt over here that I've missed. Oh, okay. Oh, I killed myself. Oops. Pulled too much again. Not got muscle memory on these buttons yet. Fat fingered my emerald blossom there. Fat fingered it good and proper. Boom. I do like that saw though. That's good fun. That's definitely good fun to play with, that is. We like that a lot. Ding level 60. Whoa, easy now. I'm on fire. No, Doggo, you got to stay in here because you're just woofing. Just woofing. I should be paying attention to the cutscene, shouldn't I? But I'm just not. See you later, dragon. Toasted. Stick a fork in him, he's done. Hang on, that's a big shiny cow. What's big shiny cow fella got to do with it? Looks like the cutscenes use fake fire too. Yeah. That smoke business. That red smoke they call fire. Oh, what did that thing do? Your abilities have a chance to wrap your target in blue flames, causing a bunch of damage over 4 seconds. Your spells have a chance to wrap yourself in red magic, causing spells to deal another 170 damage. So in theory now, it's at this point, we should get specs and all sorts of stuff, right? Prepare to move out. Why do I feel that I want to... See, this is another scenario. I really want to just press my saw button, zip into the air and start flying my ass over there. But I use that to get here. Don't like 5-minute cooldowns on such a big ability like that. Because now I don't really know how I got here. How did I even get here? And more importantly, how do I get back? Am I going to have to take the long-ass scenic route out of here? I probably am, aren't I? To take the scenic route back, because we don't have our saw ability for a while. Hang on, even that doesn't take us where we need to go. How the flipping doodahs do we get back where we're going? Maybe try it this way. Not going to bother with cinematics. Wait, what's that dude got to do with... Oh, yeah, I know. This might be a Hearthstone situation. Hearthstone will wait on the flipping cooldown. Alright, that feels odd. Because we jumped down from up above. We can't easily jump back up. Alright, fine. Hearthstone it is. Let's hope this actually sends us to the right place. The Forbidden Reach. Is that where this is going to be? God, I hope this is the right place. Oh, there we go. That worked. It's not very intuitive, but that worked. For a starting zone. Boom! Right, I'll pay attention to this cutscene now. In case any more shiny cows turn up. Why do these Drakthir look more like chickens than they do dragons? Put a few feathers on them, they're literally chickens, aren't they? They even look like they got like beaks. They should be pecking, laying eggs. Do dragons lay eggs? Dragons lay eggs, right? Choose a specialization. Here we go. Preservation or devastation. What if what these dragons say is true, then a great battle is upon us. We need you focused and strong, Evoker. Time to choose your battle spec. Will you preserve your allies or devastate your enemies? To hone your combat skills to their sharpest, choose devastation. To maximize your healing potential, take the path of preservation. Either spec will serve you well, and remember, you can change or adapt it later. Well, on the premise that I have basically never ever played a healer ever, we're going devastation. I'm number one world's worst healer, so we will test the healing spec at some point, but certainly not first. Devastation is a spec in magic and tactics that involves rapid deployment, mid-ranged area of effect damage, and unleashing the power of the red and the blue Dragonflights. With this spec, an Evoker can rain down from the skies on swarms of opponents and maneuver through the battlefield. Sure, devotion sounds good to me. No, Doggo, go sit in the bed. Go get in your bed. Go get in the bed. Preservation is a specialization devoted to protecting the life. Evokers can quickly dash to injured allies and release powerful area of effect healing. Wields the power of the Emerald Dream to bathe allies in revitalizing energy. And the Bronze Sands of Time to prevent harm. Well, we are going devastation. Ow! Snap. All my bars have moved. Thanks for moving all the bars, Blizzard. Are they still all the same abilities? What's this one? Blessing of the Bronze. Weave the threads of time, reducing the cooldown of a major movement ability for all party and raid members by 15% for 1 hour. Well, that's just a buff we keep up then. If it's a buff we just keep up, then we throw it on an F button. We throw it on an F button. What else did we get? Did we get anything else? Landslide. Conjure a path of shifting stone towards the target location, routing enemies for 30 seconds. 1.5 minute cooldown. Do we get a stun at any point? Because if we don't get a stun, then that goes here. Let's have a look. Anything else that was new that turned up? What do we get in the devastation tree? Currently nothing. What's our mastery actually? Giant Killer. Increase the damage of your spells by up to 22.5% based on the current health of your target. Higher health damage takes more damage. Oh, that's an interesting one. Sure. Yeah, you can see by this point now we're all apart from one ring. All apart from one ring, we've replaced everything. We're just one ring short of a full 180 plus item level set of gear. Now we're off over here, are we? Right, well, if you can soar like that, so can I. Defend the vault. How are we defending the vault then? Are we now just running around healing everybody? Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. God, that ability's fun. That's easily the most fun ability so far. Now, where's this one gone? Boom. Oh my lord, heal myself. Oh my lord, oh my lord, have mercy. Okay. Do we have like 4 health points as an Evoker? Is this why, or am I just terrible? Please don't be too honest. Constructive criticism only. Check me out being daring enough to ask the internet if I'm terrible or not. That's risky business, isn't it? Bit of column A, bit of column B. Yeah, touch of both. Touch of both. We were never here for the gameplay, let's be honest. Hey, that's probably true. Bit too used to the hunter. Oh, almost definitely. You don't take damage as a hunter. If you're taking damage as a hunter, you're doing something real wrong. Like, outrageously wrong. There we go. This is why we have the phrase, pet do pet things. Pet does pet things when we start taking damage. Hello? Was I not meant to talk to you yet? Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, well that cutscene didn't last very long. Can you try that again? Retreat after all of my hard work? Are you kidding? After all of my hard work, now we're retreating. Keep up, son. Use your wings.
Is there something you wish to discuss?
No.
The Black Dragonflight will be.
Where's our man gone? He's run away.
Speak your mind.
Oh, heal Rathian. Have some heals, dude. Let's go.
Every action has consequences.
Find
let
some
your
fella. Oh. Oops. Tell you what, this is all basically the result of pretty much not actually playing Shadowlands. I think I'm probably one of those people that's put more hours into Shadowlands without actually ever playing Shadowlands. It feels really odd. When you play so much with professions and auction housey sort of stuff, you very quickly become shit at the game. It's great having loads of gold because I'm gonna need it to pay for boosts because I'm terrible. No, but it's all fine. We got this. I mean, I think we went the entire first patch of the game without ever stepping foot outside the auction house, so this is really unknown territory for us. I'm not usually this bad at video games, but maybe I'm out of practice. It's one of the reasons we're here. You're honest. Oh yeah, it's too much like hard work trying to tell lies, because then you got to remember the lies you've told. It's far easier to be honest. If you're always honest, then you don't have to worry about shit. If people don't like it, then well, hey, welcome to the internet. Skills decay fast when you're not playing, then it takes a couple of days to get back up to speed again. Oh yeah, for sure. You watch now, I won't even be able to work out how to cook a loaf, you know. My profession skill's gonna go in the hole. An hour of playing Dragonflight and I'm gonna be out farming materials again. Maybe it's because you're becoming an old man and those gamer reflexes aren't what they used to be. That's 100% true. It's the reason I stopped playing FPS games. I stopped playing first-person shoot-em-ups because I was just getting absolute owned by 14-year-olds. It's not fun. It's just not fun. Doesn't matter how much hardware and how many FPS you have. If your reactions are slow as a slug, then you're not going to win. 3 days of playing Fortnite taught me that very quickly. There's me building a little ramp and some dude over the other side of the map has built the Eiffel Tower. I'm like, alright, sure, fine. Let's move on. Quake Pro players well over 30, they have sick reflexes, it's all just practice. Oh yeah, true. But there are some people that are definitely better at it than others. This is the #1 reason why people like Shroud are just outrageously good at what they do. They have an innate natural ability for quick reflexes, and they practice 12 hours a day. You know, that is the stars aligning for something like that. I prefer to put my brain into action a little bit more than having quick reflexes in a shoot 'em up sort of thing. Neither one is any better than any others, but I've definitely ventured more towards the games that you have to think about a little bit more than the instant Twitch reaction, you know, pew pew business. Asians have the plus reflexes racial though. Don't know if I can totally agree with that, but They certainly are a nation known for practicing an ungodly amount at anything that they do though, so I don't know if it's entirely reflexes there. Dedication is probably a bigger play. If you start playing video games for 18 hours a day when you're 4 years old, I think you're likely to be pretty good by the time that you're 18. Oh, haha! Thanks for playing the Forbidden Reach. Empowered by the magic of Nosdomu, our heroes take to the skies and fly off to Stormwind or Orgrimmar to warn the Alliance and Horde and to begin to join those cultures. Oh, well, there we go. They've really walled off the starting zone for Dragonflight then. Oh, that's quite cool. I was wondering when it was going to, you know, brick wall us and say, right, you're done now. Which it appears to be right now.
Is there something you wish to discuss? Every action has consequences.
Spectre, temp, active, activate. Sample abilities. Explore Stormwind? As if I've never seen Stormwind before. Visit the auction house, the bank. Isn't this like the... This feels like the... Has anybody ever boosted a character? You know, $60 boost? This feels like the boost experience. This is the main city. I believe you can fly. I can.
welcome. See you soon.
Greetings.
I can't actually press anything there. Do we have our mounts back yet? We don't have our mounts back yet. All right, we're still in tutorial mode apparently. Why is it telling me to go to these random places? Visit the bank, visit the auction house, visit the embassy, visit the portal room. Okay. Visit the bank. Luckily, my past experience in this game has taught me where the auction house is. We know where the auction house is. I bid 12 gold, no 15. Yes, that's how the auction house works, fellas. Well done there. That's a totally accurate depiction of how the auction house works. And nobody's pressed a button on the bid, ever. PTSD flashbacks to Borealis, yeah. Yeah, go visit X, Y, and Z. They've copy-pasted that quest. Make our way to the portal room then. How far do we have to go into the actual portal room? Do we actually have to go in? There we go. Portal room visited. Where next? The embassy. Where the fuck's the... Oh, the embassy's all the way over there. Oh, jeez Louise. I did a bid recently, to be honest. There was a guy selling all the rare mounts with a 20% cheaper bid price. Oh, well, there we go. GG. Saw. Please have Saw on cooldown. No. Of course not. Or off cooldown, I should probably say. Can you not mount now? Not without any mounts, no. Not without any mounts. I've got to haul my ass all the way over to the embassy without even a regular ass mount. Have I bought riding skill? I am pissed about buying riding skill. I've got 700 gold, my man. Can't even afford a flask. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I should really even be doing these quests. These feel like... I very much sense in a moment it's going to turn around and go, right, you're done. Yeah, you may pass no further. They seem to have done a remarkably good job of gating certain sections of the game on the alpha, so... Really should not have used my saw ability so liberally previously. Right, here we go. Do a barrel roll. Not yet, fellas. Not yet. Oh, what? Now I've got to turn it in all the way up there. Sons of... Oh, we're not going to be able to glide all the way over there, are we? Hello? Hello? There we go. Walking Simulator 2022. Have you guys not seen Stormwind? That was a bad decision. Because I can't get through this way. Please hold. Stupid game. Yeah, so boys and girls, this is the alpha. This is the side of Stormwind you've never seen. Stormwind without having a mount to get anywhere at a speedy rate. It's wonderful, right? We can go do the BFA questline if we wish. Check what pets they get as default. You ran past the pet trainer. Oh, I'm not that fussed about pets right now. Right, so we've taken the scenic route around Stormwind. Presumably, once the game goes live, you will actually have access to your pets, and this probably won't be the very first thing you'll have ever done, which is basically what it's simulating right now. Oh, here we go then. What do you got to say?
I have been
How are you doing, Rathian? Speak with Rathian to learn of the council meeting.
Learn from the past. Look to the future.
Stay a while and listen to a cutscene that doesn't
Do
exist.
you trust me? Never let your guard down.
Assume your mortal visage.
The Black Dragonflight will be redeemed.
Ask about choosing a visage. So we get to pop our alternate form soon. Visage is an expression of how you want to be seen by others. I want to look like a 25-foot tall goblin, which a Brutosaur gets to ride. Oh, what? I look stupid. There I am. Linny Skizzard.
You stand before the Black Prince. Until next time.
Boom. Represent. Activate to automatically assume your visage when you leave combat or after soaring. Just manually switch it. I think manually switching it. Would we want... What? Now, this may just be me. It may just be me. But, if you choose to play a Dracthyr, why would you want to look like anything other than the Dracthyr? I never understood this really with Worgens. I understand Worgens, there's a little bit more lore to it, right? You know, that you kind of, you're a Worgen and you're a werewolf and you have two forms and all that sort of stuff. But if you want to play a dragon, play a dragon. Changing into some, you know, funky human-esque form. I'll just stay in dragon mode, please. I don't know. God, I wish I could afford AC. Is it hot? Is it hot right now? It's getting pretty toasty in my room, actually, to be fair. You might frighten the little children. Fucking hope so. I'm a dragon. The kids aren't scared of me. I'm not much of a dragon, am I? Let's be real here. Okay, we're basically at the point where we're done then with our Drac there. Linny Skizzard, I think, is done. I think we are at 32 degrees in my room. It's probably not far off that in here right now. Ugh! Is it a dragon though? It's more like a Disney version of a dragon. I'm not overly convinced on their, you know, dragon-esque-ness. I think they... I mean, sure... They're just too human. I don't know what it is. They're too human. They're not... They don't scream dragon to me. But then again, they're not dragons, are they? They're Dracthyr, so I don't know. And let's not forget, a dragon is not real. So it's kind of open to interpretation pretty aggressively. The question is, why does it look like a human than, say, a Tauren? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they look alright. They're not exactly dragons, but they look alright. Anyway, I think that fella is about done. He's good now. We've done some testing there. What do I think generally of these fellas? I think I might want to play one at a higher level and play one in some actual content to see what the crack is about them. Looks like a gecko with wings. That's one way to put it. The starting zone was okay. I really do think that Soar ability needs a lesser cooldown. A 5-minute cooldown on that feels a bit odd. There was many times where you'd use it and then want to use it again relatively quickly and would just couldn't, which doesn't feel right. But yeah. But though, boys and girls, I think for today at least, I'm going to leave it there as we've, as I've been doing a reasonable amount of streaming and stuff over the last few days, and I don't want to burn myself out with alpha content. So I'm going to take it a little bit more easy today so that we can focus on some stuff tomorrow. Probably going to put together a couple more videos on the professions. I'm trying to do a profession video a day at the moment, just whilst we're catching up, so that we're up to speed with the alpha as it stands. Because we have blacksmithing, alchemy, leatherworking, jewel crafting, cooking, skinning, and inscription. We've got 7 professions we can play around with currently. So over the next few days, I want to try and get a focused video on each one out for you guys so that you can, you know, pick and choose the professions that you prefer and deep dive into them a little bit. Inscription is about to go live in about 5 seconds. If I press the button, Inscription is ready. Leatherworking went up yesterday. Tomorrow will probably be maybe alchemy or blacksmithing, I reckon. I need to level up another blacksmith just to have a bit of a play about with blacksmithing and break it down a little bit more so. Skinning, we might do some skinning on stream tomorrow. We might run around and do some skinning. I can't imagine that skinning is going to overly impress me. It's a gathering profession. I mean, sure, what really can they do with the skinning professions? Let's be fair here. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to maintain positivity in these early stages of the alpha. This is the point where, you know, our feedback is crucial. The more we can look at this, the more we can break it down, the more we can work out what's good and what's not good. the better the feedback we can give, and hopefully we can see something happening. But enjoy the rest of your day, boys and girls. Have a good one. If you are playing through Season 4 right now, good luck fighting the OP bosses and bugs that appear to be in Season 4. The Mythic Plus guys were going a bit crazy yesterday with all of the bugs and issues, but if you can fight through that, have some fun with Season 4. And best wishes getting into the alpha. There's likely to be another alpha wave tomorrow, so make sure you're signed up for the alpha, if nothing else, so that you can dive in there and have a look at it yourself. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good day, boys and girls. Catch you in a bit. Peace.